Jeff Weiner is the CEO of LinkedIn, speaking about social networking, visiting today from Mountain View, California. Also joining me is Bloomberg's Cory Johnson with your first day here with us. Cory, welcome.
Thank you. This is freshman orientation. I love this.
All right. So we're going to orientate you here right now. Okay, first off, though, Jeff, I know you haven't seen the movie yet. Actually, I haven't either. I don't think any of us have quite yet. But we know from all the buzz that it's all about, Facebook, and it really has sort of a sinister undertone to it all. I mean, what do you make of that social networking is given this kind of look about, I guess?
Well, I think social networking at large is doing a lot of good in the world. It's connecting people, hundreds of millions of folks around the world, and I think it's democratizing information and facilitating communications.
But highly competitive. Do you worry about Facebook?
We're in a very different professional setting. Our context is really about enabling professionals, business contacts, colleagues to connect, to exchange information, get deals done. So it's a very different context.
It's different, but Cory, I know that you've been following this for a long time. It's different, however, Facebook could at any moment say, you know what, we're going to get into what you're doing. We're going to get into business networking, right?
I mean, there are some overlaps, right? But it would strike me that the time that a user spends on a Facebook page is much different than your time you spend on LinkedIn. You go to LinkedIn to do something. You go to Facebook to hang out. So your business models must be different in that respect.
Yeah, they are. And I think if you go out and you talk to members, what they'll tell you is for them, professional context makes a difference. They want to keep their professional context and their personal lives separate in order to get business done.
Right. But as I'm saying, though, but Facebook at any moment could say, just as they've gone into others, they've gone into, locations. I mean, at any moment they could say, look, well, we want to get into business networking. I mean, isn't that something that kind of keeps you up at night sometimes?
Well, shifting context is actually a challenging thing. When you talk about location, when you talk about broader status updating, when you talk about social gaming, that's really consistent with more personal relationships, personal connections, whereas we're all about connecting professionals.
Have they taught you things about how social networking works? Have you taken... You guys have dipped into the world of Twitter for certain messaging things, dipped into other ways that media spreads through social networking. What have you guys learned from Facebook, and how is that changing your business?
Well, to your point about the Twitter integration, I think real-time communications, anything facilitating connections, collaboration between people is extremely valuable. And as a result of that integration, we've actually seen more than a 10-fold increase in the number of status messages being exchanged on LinkedIn.
I don't understand.
Really?
What do you mean?
Twitter integration and LinkedIn integration. So if you have a Twitter account, you can actually tweet into LinkedIn, and conversely, you can update your LinkedIn status message and broadcast that out to Twitter.
But isn't that the kind of thing you're saying? You're saying people don't want to mix their business and their social life. Facebook social, LinkedIn business. Twitter.
But people are using Twitter, though, for business as well, though. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think the way I would distinguish between the three is Facebook is really a social utility platform. Twitter is really a public communications platform. And LinkedIn is all about professional connections and professional networking.
But it seems to me that LinkedIn is also more and more about jobs. I mean, that's what it is, right? I mean, essentially, it's becoming a place where recruiters are trying to find candidates and where candidates are trying to find jobs. I mean, that's the niche that you're developing, right?
We're really about connecting talent with opportunity at massive scale. And certainly one of, I think, the most valuable things we can do is help people find and fill jobs. But that's really a very small minority of the amount of total time and engagement being spent on LinkedIn.
Okay, but where are you making the most money now? I mean, where is the fastest growth? Where are you making the most money at this point?
Yeah, so the business model can be segmented into three areas: hiring solutions, marketing solutions, and premium subscriptions. And to your point, hiring solutions is now our largest and fastest growing business.
Okay.
What does hiring solutions mean to what?
Facilitating people who are looking for jobs, actively looking for jobs, getting jobs.
There's a lot of that going around.
There is.
People looking for jobs.
There is a lot of that. And then enabling recruiters to come online and find the perfect candidate. We're now reaching over 60% of the Fortune 100.
So the idea is that you're selling,
are using our recruiter tool. That's right.
Okay.
And you guys charge more for that, and that's, I mean, because it strikes me again that if people are spending less time on the site, you can't really sell advertising against it as you would a straight media site. So you've got to find other revenue opportunities. Do you have to go further into that business? Does a pickup in hiring good for you? A pickup in employment better for you? I mean, how does that work out for you guys in terms of developing the revenues for your business?
What actually makes that hiring solutions business model go is that the fact that people are updating their profile and using LinkedIn when they're not looking for a job. And that's increasingly an important push for us, which is to derive as much insight, business intelligence, competitive intelligence for our members as possible, make them more successful in the jobs they're already in, and that makes that whole hiring solutions business model go.
Right. Okay. All right, Jeff, we're going to have to leave it there, but thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Nice to see you in person finally.
Yes, it's great to meet you.
Jeff Weiner, the CEO of LinkedIn. I know you promised me that you were going to help me set up a LinkedIn profile.
Done.
So we're going to have to do it. Okay.